just mentioned it on Instagram yesterday, social media I should say, that we are doing an NR750 in black. We had a bunch of thumbs up on it for the most part. A couple guys are thinking, what are you thinking and why are you doing this? Fact is we bought this bike from Japan, so it's obviously a JDM bike. It wasn't perfect, as you can see up close.
Yeah, she is a bit dirty.
The fairings, the problem with the fairings are the fairings had a little bit of damage on them, and as opposed to trying to match that red that we've just never been able to do, right Ricky? Like we've never been able to get any of our painters to really get the perfect match for it, we went black. So with that said, next phase is, what are we gonna do next? So.
Deregulate?
Deregulate, degovern, so that most of the JDM bikes, JDM standing for Japanese Domestic Market Bikes, are restricted. This is one of them. Some of the restriction fixes are easy. So this is an intake manifold, right? This obviously goes in your intakes. And if you don't know this bike much, let me tell you, it's called an NR750. It's an oval piston Honda. It's 32 valve, 750 cc's. It's one of the first fuel injected bikes. It's one of the one of the first undertail exhaust bikes.
Yep.
And of course, single-sided swing arm, even before Ducati. So these came out in 91, 92-ish. And the Ducati 916 came out in 95. So anyway, beyond all that, we're going to do our best. What else do we have to do to get this thing to work? So we're going to tip this off, which is obviously one of the things that's bringing power down on a JDM bike.
Yep.
What else do you think we can do on this dirty girl?
Then we're opening up the exhaust.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. So we have a mate that does some beautiful work for Yoshimura that's making an exhaust system for us. Am I allowed to say that, Ollie?
Yeah, you're allowed to say that.
Good. And
It's already done.
Yeah.
And then don't we have an ECU restriction to tackle as well?
Not so much the ECU restriction as just being able to patch in a modifier to richen it up. Whether we do that with, mechanically by a different fuel regulator or with like a double set of power commanders. There's a couple different ways we can go that way.
All right, so, and last, beyond all that, obviously we're gonna do a major cleanup on it, get rid of the dirt, the grime, the dust, service items, that's, de-restrict it, we talked about that. We're also thinking about doing a suspension upgrade, Ricky.
Olin's, baby.
Olin's, yeah? Because this rear shock is kind of monstrous.
And kind of beat.
And unsightly. So could we run with could we figure out a shock option for it?
I'm gonna pull that one out. We'll do some measuring and see what we can figure out.
And for forks, go for a Superbike fork, like a World Superbike fork maybe.
Yeah.
To complete the
Olin's
package.
sells the whole thing.
And then we have a 16-inch front wheel also.
But we'd like to go to a 17 if we could.
Well, if you go to New Orleans, we can go to New Rim.
Yep.
That means my back room doesn't fit. I do not want to get into one of those scenarios where I've got more money into a bike than. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
I was
We
like,
have an entire room.
I almost had to
full of
commit.
that.
So we're gonna make a really cool NR750. I know it's collectible, and I know that some of the really Honda purists do not like the principle of what we're doing here, but it's gonna be beautiful. Jason at Artistimo Customs or Artistimo Paint is doing the bodywork on it. He's gonna
and
be
it
done
already
shortly.
looks beautiful, and it's not even done yet.
Yeah, those were just first phase images of what we're to look at. It's got the cool digital dash. My son Cameron's doing the camera. Anyway, while we're sitting there talking about it, why aren't we doing it?
You're in my way.
Hey Ollie, do you have a source for a front end for this thing? Maybe. Ollie always has the coolest stuff. Like I'm telling you, no matter what I bring up to him, he seems to find it every single time. So I'm gonna count on you.
That's
if we can.
pressure.
What's that?
The pressure's on.
Yeah.
If you can please get those forks and brakes for us by next week.
Okay.
What's
Yeah.
that?
And that pipe.
How about Sunday?
Sunday, we good. I'll make
Sunday,
sure.
yeah.
Thank you, Cannon. Have a good weekend. Thank you, Ricky, for your input. All 4 words. Thanks, Cannon.